Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. For the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. That's into the hands of Eckler. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
He's going to keep it again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Thomas. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Minshew sets to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval
Joseph.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Kenneth Murray brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And goal at the 5-yard line.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
These two teams all tied after one.
7-7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10.
Now Jackson on first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson is blocked by Jamison Crowder. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
It's a gain of 13 yards. Leads to 3rd down and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Being chased out left. And the big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. And that will force a turnover on downs.
turnover.
No, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Choose pass.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
To number 17,
DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
makes the score Jaguars 14, Chargers 7. Josh Lambo.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking long for Thomas. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Jackson will keep it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun is Minshew. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 85 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got moving my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He's going to run again. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
11 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Michael Thomas, incomplete. It's now fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We'll go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Taken in the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On second and a couple, Minshew. That one into the hands of Kane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll roll him out right. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Here's Minshew. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 56 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. It'll be Minshew again. Flush to his right. And it's caught off the deflection. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Throwing again on second down. Minshew. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Minshew's pass incomplete on the throwaway.
play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Melvin Ingram gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. The kick by Lambeau is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the keeper.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Chargers.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
He can run through it, and he will. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Jaguars 24. Chargers 21.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He was close to 3rd with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 25 on second down, Minshew. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Out of the gun now on third down. Flushed out right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction all of a sudden. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big...
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be the...
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deion Kane hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's put down. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he lost the football. So he escaped, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Intended for Jamison.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Third and goal, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 2
yards, and it's 3rd down.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
42, Chargers 21. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand and like, who cares? Let's go here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They'll go with Hill here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.